This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories.
And welcome to my breakdown for the trailer for Tales of the Empire. I literally did not see this coming, and I just finished uploading my Invincible video. I was just going to check on a my other account just to make sure it uploaded because I always just do that. I have a subscription where it's my personal account, and I just make sure all my videos upload from there when they go live. And I saw this on the Star Wars channel, so I was like, oh boy, and I watched it, and this is an incredible trailer. So let's go straight into this breakdown.
Why do you seek Imperial favor?
We begin with Thrawn talking to Morgan Elsbeth, and it is honestly pretty cool to see that Thrawn will be part of this. I'm surprised he's kind of here, and Morgan Elsbeth is a character they're going to focus on since she was already killed off in Ahsoka. We know where she's going and really everything about her. Well, I guess you could say the same for Dooku, but honestly, this is just really awesome, and I can't wait to see what happens with her and her story. Mainly for the Thrawn stuff, but it still looks like it's going to be really awesome to see.
Years ago, my people were all but destroyed.
We then get to see, honestly, a really cool callback to the Clone Wars where the Night Sisters were massacred, and I really am excited to see how they show this in the episode because it's going to be interesting to see. We have seen this before, and I'm curious if we'll see any other survivors like Marin, because this was a pretty devastating moment in Clone Wars. It was pretty dark, and I'm honestly excited to see this moment again, and it looks like it's going to be interesting and what she thinks of it. There's cooler stuff that happens later on, but we'll talk about that when we get to it.
My anger gives me strength. It is that strength I offer the Empire.
Offer accepted.
We then get to see a little bit more of the Morgan Elsbeth stuff. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. We can just see that it looks like we're gonna get to see how she takes over that planet that was in the Ahsoka episode of The Mandalorian, and that's going to be how she gets into the Empire. Yeah, this looks pretty interesting. And talking about Thrawn specifically, it looks like he's a lieutenant in this, which does align with the books, and he's a lieutenant for a good amount of time. So it does go into the fact that there is a Star Destroyer there and not just a Venator. I also love how they're bringing all this into the Clone Wars animation style, and it looks incredible. Thrawn looks awesome in this, and I never thought we would get to see Thrawn in Clone Wars animation, but oh, that looks just so awesome. And as I was saying, I checked the rank plaque, and that is a lieutenant, and for a good portion of the first book, he is a lieutenant or a senior lieutenant, and from what I can see on the rank plaques, there's no real thing for senior lieutenant. I think it just means he has just more authority than other lieutenants, so this could really take place anytime in his earlier days in the Empire, and it will still work. And that all seems to fit in, but honestly, it looks pretty cool.
I'm here to present you with an opportunity, Barriss.
We then get something I think we all suspected, that Barriss is brought into the Inquisitorius. This is honestly awesome, and it allows us to see even more stuff be brought from Rebels into the Clone Wars animation, which I'll talk about in just a moment, but this is just a really nice scene, and I think it is a natural progression for the character. But if she's going to remain in the Inquisitorius is a really interesting question, because she isn't there from what we can see in Rebels. And honestly, I just really can't wait to see, because it looks like we have one of the Inquisitors one of the quirky ones from Kenobi who really didn't do anything, that's going to be here. And I really just can't wait to see what happens.
Just be glad you're not a Jedi anymore.
We then get this awesome, really dark line from one of the clone troopers who says, just be glad you're not a Jedi anymore. Oh, that is just an awesome scene, and I'm really excited for this story, and this just looks really, really awesome. It is just so cool, and it's going to be cool to get a look into the Inquisitorius that isn't Rise of the Red Blade, because, as you would have seen in my review last year of that novel sucked. And I'm just really glad we're going to get to see it here, and I'm really excited to be able to take a look at their training process and a character we already knew and already was falling to the dark side, join the Inquisitors, and see if she survives this, or if she's killed, or if she betrays them or something, because I'm really not sure where they're going to go with this.
Your path is set, Morgan Elsbeth. I will fulfill my destiny.
We then get some more cool scenes where I think we hear Ventress. It sounds a lot like her, and knowing she survived into the Imperial era just heavily implies that Ventress is going to be confronting Morgan Elsbeth, and we could be seeing her blaming Ventress for everything that happened to their people. I'm honestly just really excited. And then we get this cool shot of her walking away from flames. I'm assuming this is from the last one, where she'll be confronting the New Republic. I'll talk more about why I think that later. But this seems to be on the planet from the Mandalorian episode once again, and honestly, this looks really, really awesome.
Mercy only breeds defeat.
We then get to see another thing that's incredible, and that is the Grand Inquisitor in the Clone Wars animation style. And just a side note, with the most recent episode of The Bad Batch, if you haven't watched it yet, then I'd skip to the next section, because that's going to be the just main talking point of this. But I think that it's interesting to see him here, because I think one of the reasons that I was assuming he wasn't in the last episode of The Bad Batch, where they're kidnapping the children, is because they don't want to fully animate him in this new style. The other is because they don't want Vader to be learning about Palpatine's cloning program. And those are the two reasons, but I'm still really excited to see him in this new animation style and going to train Barriss, and honestly, that looks really cool.
But I will help you overcome this weakness. Attack!
We then get to see the beginning of Barriss's training, and again, this looks just awesome. It is going to be pretty brutal and just really dark. And no spoilers this time, but just based on how dark the last few episodes of The Bad Batch were, I'm really excited to see what they do with this, because ooh, this looks just extremely exciting, and I can't wait to see.
You said the Empire would help to change things.
Everything comes at a cost.
We then get to see one of the two moments that I mentioned earlier I was going to expand on later, and this is Morgan Elsbeth seemingly going and killing a New Republic team. And we can kind of tell they're New Republic because they have the orange rebellion symbol on them, and they're in very similar uniforms to guards from both The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. And yeah, honestly, this looks pretty interesting. And I think this last one is going to be set just before the Mandalorian episode, so this will probably be the last episode of the season, and I'm really excited to see what they do with this, because this just looks really awesome, and maybe we'll even get to see some of the stuff setting up Ahsoka, where she gets contacted by the Night Sisters in the other galaxy. There's also that really interesting line where they're talking about how the Empire was going to change things, and It seems that things are getting worse for this person, but better for Morgan. So honestly, that is be pretty interesting to see which episode this is set in. But yeah, I'm really excited to see the storyline. We then get to see what seems like the same ship that Morgan was walking away from earlier in this trailer being destroyed, and that's pretty cool. But the other moment I wanted to talk about is this incredible scene where we get to see a fully updated General Grievous, who was only really seen in that opening for Clone Wars Season 7. And we get to see him here in action and doing battle. Oh my god, this looks just amazing. This Grievous looks truly incredible, and I just love how much he's evolved from how he looked originally in the original episodes of Clone Wars to just this incredible, beautiful looking animation. It is so great, and I'm so excited to see him.
My world has been burning since I was a child. You cannot stop what has begun.
We then get some more awesome scenes from that massacre on Dathomir, and then this Inquisitor, who again seems like it's the one from the Kenobi series who really didn't do anything, going to fight, and if it is the same one, well, we know that she's going to live, but honestly, it is pretty interesting to see her here. We then get to see a little bit more of different battles where Barriss is trying to kill a Jedi, and then we see this really powerful being, probably Morgan, maybe one of the Night Sisters with her, who goes and does this giant blast that destroys a bunch of super battle droids. And yeah, this looks just really awesome, and I really just can't wait to see it, but let's move on.
Now you must face one final test. To join us.
We then get to see this just really awesome looking fight scene between Barriss and this other potential Inquisitor. And this battle is going to be pretty intense, but I think it's pretty clear that Barriss is going to be the winner here. Even though this guy does have the lightsaber, she's going to find a way to beat this guy and kill him. And yeah, honestly, this just looks like it's going to be really cool. But now let's go to the thing that really made me lose it, because although Thrawn's appearance was really awesome, this next one is just insane.
It is time you meet your new master.
We then get to see all the Inquisitors dropping to their knees as they are introduced to their new master, Darth Vader. And yeah, this looks like it's going to be just incredible. I really just can't wait to see this, and even though it's not showing Vader's face in this, I am just really excited to see just kind of his reaction to Barriss, because if they eventually look at different things from canon, there is the Tarkin novel where he is having a lot of problems with Vader because Vader still kind of blames him for everything that happened with Ahsoka and hasn't fully moved past this. But yeah, honestly, that's pretty cool and interesting, but let's continue on to the final part of the trailer.
Long live the Empire!
We then get this incredible Long Live the Empire from the Grand Inquisitor, and we know that this is coming out on May 4th. I'm really excited. I definitely have to get up a little bit earlier to make sure I get all this in, because I don't know how long each of these will be. I'm presuming it's going to be 6 again, 3 for each character, and I am going to be going probably around like noon that day to go and see episode 1 in theaters. So yeah, honestly, I'm really excited for this. The Bad Batch would have finished just a few days before, and I believe it's the 1st. Not 100% sure, I think it's the 1st. But yeah, honestly, I'm really excited for that, and this just looks like it's going to be incredible. It is super interesting, and I'm just really excited. But yeah, honestly, I don't even know how many people have talked about this so far. This trailer came out just about an hour ago, and I really just wanted to talk about it. Because honestly, I was just about to go and make myself lunch when I saw this. I was like, ooh, I just have to talk about this because this just looks incredible. And yeah, honestly, I really just love this trailer, and I cannot wait to see this. But I want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories.
Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.